What's up, guys? It's your boy Knock with JT, Big Zay.
Yo.
Back for another episode of The Real Motherfucking Deal. Yeah, but nah.
Yo, the craziest shit happened to me today, bro. I went ahead, I parked my truck in the front of the store. I usually don't park my truck in front of the store because it's hot as hell outside. Truck ain't got no AC, so I had to park my shit in the shade. Bro, I go outside and started talking to a customer, right? About my truck. And we living there, we sitting up there listening to it. The guy is living on the tree beside my truck. Next thing you know, we just hear crack, crack, crack. And I was like, dude was like,
Smoking crack? Or
no, like a cracking noise, like a creaking noise, like shit is like breaking. Bro, he was like, dude, move your truck. Move your truck.
True.
Yeah.
was falling?
Yeah. Dude, I pulled my truck up. As soon as he let go of that bitch, the whole bitch fell down.
Wait, he was holding it?
He was holding the tree back from falling on my truck. If I would have never moved my truck, that bitch would have fallen on my truck.
So you met Superman?
Huh?
You met Superman?
The tree was dead, so you know that shit's like 2-3 pounds instead of being
That's
a
really windy today. I don't know.
Exactly. That shit could have broken any minute.
Yeah.
Fuck my whole front of my truck up. Look, you see what the shit broken at?
Real quick, slide up here just to just get in frame. Or either just back up. Yeah.
You don't want to see that. See the fucking tree broke. The fucking whole branch broke off the bitch.
Mm.
Damn. You should let that shit hit your truck, got paid.
Man, yo, bro. See, look, I would have did that, but I got too much sentimental value in that truck, man. That truck in the middle a lot. Be in the middle a lot. You gotta keep.
I hate that I gotta keep wearing this hat. Because I need a haircut, and you know, as you get older, that hairline starts creeping. Well, you know, you're the oldest, you know about.
Hey, I got the best hair out of all y'all niggas. I'm gonna try to play.
You know, give him not about 5 years, he's gonna be saluting from back here.
What?
Nigga,
What? Fuck you mean, money?
you got hidden valleys in your forehead.
Yeah.
He thought he had waves, but it was more like.
Nigga, I don't need waves, nigga. I'm a big dude, bro. I don't need them shits.
Alright, yeah. It sounds good.
Yeah, it sound real good.
Nah, bro, I know it's been a minute since we shot. And like, cause we ain't really had shit to talk
I think
about.
this is the first sober podcast.
Yeah.
Let's keep it real. We just shot like 4-5 videos prior to this. It's just that the shit that we talked about was too crazy.
Nah, I went crazy enough.
Nah,
So
it was
it's
definitely-
rated M for nobody.
Yeah. So we're gonna try to keep it more towards the E for everyone, but still talk that real
Yeah, we gonna be-
Holyfield shit.
PG-13. If your parents say you can watch it, you can watch it.
Mhm.
Nah, but like since we haven't shot anything, we're gonna try to keep it on course. We got 2 topics today, real quick. First one, we're gonna talk about our love language, like, cause I feel like as men, we don't discuss that enough, and we don't really. Maybe we might not even know what it is, you know. Second one is gonna be like, what makes somebody a smut muffin? I don't want to. Well, like.
Well, define that. Define smut.
Smut is somebody who. Let's define it when we get to it. We'll define it when we get to it. You know.
Cool.
Zay, what do you think your love language is, my guy?
It's gotta be probably physical touch, you know.
Physical touch.
You know,
Is that how, like that's how you show love to like everybody? Like, cause love language is just I don't look at it as just like towards your
your
partner.
significant other?
Or like it's,
Yeah.
I think it's
No, I mean like hugs, you know, that shit. That's more of
how you get.
that's general, but you know, cuddling shit, you know, all that. That's I feel like that's a pretty good love language to have, you know.
You think that's the only way you show your affection?
No, I like to give gifts and shit. And that's the type of love
Like
language.
providing, or like, are you a provider or like you're a gift giver? You know.
I don't like to use the term provide because I feel like that's just meaning like you just
Out there just giving away shit.
exactly. I feel like yo, you like that genuine person, you receive something from it for sure.
Yeah. So touch and gift giving.
Yeah.
You think that's your only 2 characteristics?
Probably so.
What about you, James?
I was gonna say that too, but this is one that goes very underrated. Silent communication. So I'll give you an example. Let's say you and your girlfriend go to a party, right? You got all your homies there, some people you don't know, and you know, you come in, maybe she knows some people, you know a few people, and y'all kind of break off in your own little separate conversations or whatever. Like, for me, I'm not that clingy person. Like, I don't need to be up your ass the whole time. I don't need to stand by your side the whole night. You know, it's just, I like to do my thing. You want to talk your shit, like, whatever. But, like, let's just say we're in the same room and you're over there and over here just giving each other a look here and there. Like,
Yeah.
you don't have to speak. You don't have to be physically beside the person, but just the silent, just recognition of each other. Like, I like shit
So
like
you feel like being able to decipher how each other is feeling without like.
yeah, like you know each other. Like I could like in my past relationship, I could like look at her and know like when she was ready to go. She was kind of like when I was kind of ready, you know. You didn't have to like say that, you know what I mean? So I like communication to that extent, you know.
Okay.
I don't need to text you 24/7. I don't want to hear from you 24/7.
No matter what, I'm clingy as fuck sometimes. Clingy as fuck.
Speaking on that real quick, I don't mind the consistent texting, but you don't have to worry about what I'm doing all the time. You ain't gotta worry about that type of stuff. Like just generally just have a conversation. You just gotta be knowing what the hell I'm doing, all that. Like just have a conversation. And you don't have to talk to that person every day. I feel like
Wait
that's
for me to be like, let's just say I go to work at 8 o'clock, right?
yeah.
Hey babe, I'm at work, love you, talk to you later. Lunchtime comes around. You might check in on her and say, hey, are you having a good day? Or she might be checking on you first. Day's going good, eating some lunch, maybe a quick phone call. Boom, I'm not conversing until I get done with work. Hey
Cool.
babe, just got done with work on the way home. Do you want to hang out tonight? Do you want to get food? What's your plans? If it's none, you go back to the crib, you take a shower. I don't think there's any need to just keep going back and forth. What are you doing now? Or what are you doing? I'm bored. What are you doing laying in bed? It's just meaningless conversation.
How you feel about that?
Very true.
Now I do like, I used to never be big on FaceTime.
Mm-hmm.
I can't stand when somebody would FaceTime me. But like, let's just say I'm just like working on something, working on a computer in the room or, you know, just practicing and she want to FaceTime me and just, you know, we might not talk, but we're just maybe available to talk to each other, you know.
It's just the face.
Kind of like being together but not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
My ex, she was a big FaceTimer, like video chatter. Like, hey, I'm about to go to sleep. Call me real quick. Alright, what's up? No, call me on Snapchat. I want to see your face. Alright, cool.
I just hate pointless
Go to sleep.
conversation.
Like, you want to sleep while I'm on like just video call? Yeah, I want to see you sleep. Like, come on, man. That's a little bit past like my needy. But for her, I guess that was her love language. She just like wanted to see you and make sure you're okay. My love language, I got a list. Not gonna lie. Like the main way I show affection to others is like providing and like trying to provide. Like if I can provide your needs and some of your wants, that's how I get down. That's how I get down. Like you need $5 for gas, and I got it. Here, it's
Well,
yours.
I mean, aside from the basics,
Oh yeah. So like aside from that,
those are all basic things. Aside, what's something maybe unique for you, exclusively personalized to you?
Personally, for me, well, I think what you and Zay were saying.
Like mine's silent communication. That's a little personal. You know, that's
Yeah.
might be a little different than, you know.
See, I'm needy. I can't be needy, but I'm also like, I don't want to hear from you every 5 seconds. I do like sometime in between. I guess. Well, I can say what you and Zay was like more like mine's kind of like Zay with like the giving, but mine I like to actually like not go above and beyond, but like me actually get what you need. Like instead of gifts, I don't want anything in return, but instead of gifts, I want to make sure that you feel like comfortable.
Yeah.
Like I want to make like protect you. Like protection is like one of the biggest things for me is making sure you feel safe. Like if we go out and I hear something you guys don't hear, or like I see something y'all guys don't see, so I love y'all. I'm like, hey yo, we should like dip out now. So just being like, oh fuck it, we can handle ourselves. We're men. Now I'm like, dude, to step up and be like, yo, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Same way with women, like we not having a mom and shit. I tend to cater to women a lot more romantically, friendly, no matter how it goes. I like to give to them more and like give them more protection. I guess I'm just a giver. It's like my love language. Physical touch isn't like a big thing for me. Cause like I like to cuddle for a little bit, but I'm not like after about 5-10 minutes we gotta part that sea. Cause ain't nothing worse than sweat when you sleep. It is disgusting. Disgusting.
Well, side note, kind of the same topic, but how do you guys feel about, like, let's say you and your girlfriend are just sitting in the living room, you're both sitting on your phones, y'all both
I
just
hate
like
that.
scrolling TikTok.
I stopped talking to her girl. I mean, like this girl, I was starting to fall in love with her. Actually, I was falling in love with the idea of her, but I was falling in love with more like her and her kid. Like this girl, she already had 3 kids, which should have been a step for me to step back. But when we started talking, she was pregnant with her 4th, and we had talked on and off for like maybe 2 or 3 years. And I was like, you know what? I genuinely like this girl. I'm gonna give it a turn. COVID hit. Perfect time to get to know somebody. You want to know exactly who they are? Sit with them. Forgive us, we saw something that caught her
That
eye.
was just the last, like,
Straight in the eyesight. But we talked, like, she hit me up, we started talking, we started hanging out for like the first 2 months of COVID. I'm like, alright, cool, vibing, and she starts inviting me over. I'm like, alright, cool, like, yeah, I'll come spend the night. But keep in mind, she's pregnant, so we're not doing anything, just kind of like spending time together, like courtship, whatnot. But I started to notice that, like, I'm cooking for her, I'm helping clean, I'm doing like the real relationship shit, but there's no intimacy. That's what I'm saying, like, when you're on your phone.
well, it's not so much about intimacy, it's about just, if you're spending time together, let's just say you worked all day, she's worked all day, and all you're doing is sitting in the living room on your phones.
That's another one of my love languages, is like time spent. I love to spend time with people. Like that's a big one for me, is if I can spend time with you. But I don't like, no, like if we're together and when we hang out, most of the time on our phones we're doing something that has something to do with what we're doing.
Yeah.
But like if we're all just sitting there, you're talking to a manager, he's talking to a girl, I'm talking to a girl, and we're just bullshitting around. Like what's the point? We can all
My big pet peeve is at dinner, like, if I take you out to dinner, we're going to dinner, not you, I mean,
Yeah.
the girl, and she's gonna, like, be on her phone, or if I'm on my phone, it's just, you know, especially now, let's say it's first date, and you're sitting there, and she's on her phone all the time. She's probably texting her homegirl, she might like in the beginning, she might be her mom. That's cool, but like, if you can start on the phone like the whole time.
It makes you seem like interested.
Yeah.
Like, am I wasting my
And,
time?
but sometimes a cell phone can be their source of comfort. Like if they start to feel like, you know, you start to feel all uncomfortable and you don't know what to talk about, you just gravitate to your phone because it gives you something to do. You know?
Sounds familiar.
Hold on, you know what? I wanted to actually talk about this. You know, you said the word that, you know, I was going to say, I'm a little confused in the business. So if you can,
This is so off topic.
look, hold
In all
on.
seriousness, what are you confused about?
That's what I'm about to get to. Alright, cool. Explain that shit about you liking the idea of someone.
Liking the idea of someone?
Yeah. Explain that.
You don't like them particularly per se. You like the thought. So you see them, you see what they're about, you start falling or liking the idea of you and them together. So you're like, when we hang out, we talk, we vibe, there's a little bit of intimacy, whether it's touch, whether it's like one-on-one, eye connection, you start to fall in love with that.
You
But
might have some sexual thoughts.
sexual,
But
non-sexual.
when there's a time comes where you have to go out of your way to see a person, you might not be interested. You know?
Alright, cool. That statement y'all just give, it sounds like y'all reaching around your elbow to get y'all ass. That don't make a bit of fucking
Oh,
sense.
it does make sense.
Oh
It
no, it
makes a
definitely
lot
not.
of
It does. It definitely does.
It makes more sense than actually
No.
falling in love with a person.
No.
What?
No. That shit don't make a bit of damn sense.
We'll break it down for you, okay?
Go ahead, break it down.
Let's say there's a girl, right?
Mm-hmm.
And we start talking a little bit, texting. Maybe we hang out a few times.
We'll just keep it
Maybe
real.
we spend some time together.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean? And there's times in between where there's maybe no communication. They're spending time together.
But you start thinking about that person.
But as soon as you see him, you're like,
Yeah.
oh, there's that person.
You're not, when you see him in your mind, you're like, damn,
And it could be a situation too, like let's just say you're in bed and you whack one out, and you think about that person, right? As soon as you bust it, all of a sudden you're not interested anymore. Like that's my problem.
You know, like post-night clarity?
It's very similar, yeah. Like in a not an explicit way. You know, there's been girls where I'm like,
Do you
oh
have, like-
God, you know, I want it so bad. As soon as that's done, I'm like, yeah.
You know what you're like you have your ideal life and they match everything, but they only match it in certain aspects.
You like the idea of the person, being with the person, having
But you
sexual
don't like that
relations with the person, but in reality, you're not really wanting to go out of your way for that person. That's exactly what it means.
Cool.
Very, very real.
Gotcha.
Very real.
And it's okay to be that way. I mean, a lot of us are.
That's how
Especially in a sexual aspect.
Gotcha.
that's how you, I really think, before you.
Because
love
and
someone-
that's what will separate the girls that you really like versus ones you think you like, you know.
Gotcha.
And it's not necessarily being confused, it's just your self knowing that it's just somebody I'm not that interested
The girl I'm interested in now, haven't had one sexual thought about her. And that's how, for me, like, I was like, damn, I think I actually really like this girl. Cause like, she's beautiful, banging body, but I don't think about, yeah, I would like to like get a piece of that tonight, or I don't even think about kissing. We were face to face, no tension for me at all. I like the girl, I like her more as a friend. But I'm not even coming up with ideas in my head. I'm not even making circumstances or situations,
Gotcha.
you know? So it's kind of like that. And me and this girl, love language, almost eye to eye. It's very similar. Very similar.
Right, I mean, as far as the confusing aspect, it's not as much about being confused as it is about just kind of knowing what you're looking for. You know?
Gotcha.
Once you figure out exactly what you want, and it's not even about being confused, it's like more like not totally understanding what you're looking for. Right? The main thing, make sure you understand yourself before you try to like go and find that person,
Gotcha.
you know?
Gotcha.
Understand what you need mentally, physically, and emotionally. Then you go find that, you look for that. It could be right around you. You could be a year, 2, 3, 4, 5 years away from finding it. It might be in Maryland, Ohio, fucking Kansas. It might be somewhere else. But once you figure it out for yourself, that's when you take time and start looking and searching.
So about the smut muffin.
The smut muffin.
What happens if I get on a run in one of them?
What happens if what? Alright guys, we're so sorry about that. My camera overheated, so we had to cut it short, but we're gonna finish the smut muffin talk on our next video. I promise you, we'll explain to you what it is. And yeah, love, peace, happiness, and kindness. What you guys say?
Peace and love.
Go like, comment, subscribe.
Share with your friends, because I promise you, the smut muffin, you don't want to miss it. Deuces.